everybody. I am here with the gorgeous frontman for Lowen. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm okay, thank you. How are you?
Just in case if it's impossible and it shouldn't happen, but anybody who hasn't heard of Lowen before, would you kindly introduce yourself to new listeners and new fans?
I'm Nina from Lowen. We play Middle Eastern progressive death metal. It's a bit weird. I don't really know the best way to describe
No,
it.
it's weird in a positive way. It's weird in a it's changing. You've really shaped the scene and how music can be represented, and I feel that this is really important because I know that you kind of go. I'm sorry to go into it straight away, but you are very inspiring in the sense of, I'm sure you get it a lot, but you're very inspiring in the sense of what you speak about, and not only how you speak and what you speak about it, but how you are represented and the setbacks and the discrimination that you face, and how you can represent yourself being in this scene here, and what you've had to face from, I know because you're coming from Iran and the culture there and how it's so different, and I'd love for you to kind of highlight the advocacy that you do with that and how much you represent people that could be in a similar situation.
That's very kind of you to say. So part of what Lowen is about is my identity as someone who was born in exile. My culture isn't just Iranian culture, and it's not just English culture, but I think what I'm trying to really do with the band is highlight the women life freedom movement in Iran, where women are deeply oppressed by not the culture of Iran, but the government of Iran, which is a completely separate entity to Iranian culture, which is so rich and full of stories that I like to tell through the music of the band. And those stories are often metaphors for example, oppression or war, or things that also affect our culture here in Britain. And I think one of the great things about British history is multiculturalism. It's about how we have strong women like Boudica, we have incredible figures in history like Elizabeth I, and we have all this folklore that is to be celebrated, I think, and brings people together, because at the heart of it all, we all tell the same stories and we feel the same things.
That's lovely. That's so cool. I think, again, I'm sure everyone's been talking about it. The praise it's had is incredible. But your latest album, Do Not Go to War with the Demons of Mazadaran, I think released sorry.
That's okay, no one goes
released October last year. What was the process of recording something like that? Because not only your vocals, but the songwriting on that album is stunning. It's really, I love how you kind of capture the emotional rawness side of stuff, but it's such a clean sound. It's it shapes, I think, and you can hear so many different influences. But I think that you've trailblazed quite a lot of artists, in my opinion, as well. What was the process of recording?
That's very kind of you to say.
No,
Thank you.
it's absolute truth.
The process was intense, because we knew we wanted to get to this sound of a very heavy, progressive Middle Eastern sound. So we really studied Iranian music. I sat down with Shem, our guitarist, and my sort of main co-writer, and we really went deep into just Iranian classical music, as well as pop music and folk music, loads of different artists like Hayadeh and Gugush and Shajarian, all these people. And also I told him a lot of the stories that were inspiring me, from the Shahnameh, which is the main source book for the album. And that really helped us sort of, once you have a concept, it's kind of almost like creating a soundtrack in a way, because you can see it going through your head. And we spent a really long time crafting it and perfecting it. And we're already writing the next album, so we're kind of, I know,
wow.
we're busy.
Oh my gosh.
So we're already doing that process again.
Yeah.
The clean sound, that was all thanks to Lewis Johns, who we recorded with, and Kel Pinchin at the Ranch in Southampton.
Awesome.
They're
Amazing.
incredible producers. They just really polished what we'd made and made it even bigger than it was.
Gosh, that's so cool to hear. I think, again, I'm sure you get it all of the time, but what phenomenal vocals that you have, and across all of your catalogue, not just your latest album. I'd love to know, especially for fellow vocalists out there, how do you warm up for a gig? How do you prepare? How is it something? Do you have a little ritual? Do you guys have a tradition of any pre-gig rituals you have when you're warming up as well?
Yeah, I'm really obsessive about warm-ups and vocal health. You kind of have to be, especially as a fellow vocalist. If you're performing a lot, going on a tour, it's so easy to damage your voice, and I want to do this for as long as I can. So I do about 20 minutes to 25 minutes of vocal warm-ups. I'll do just generalized warm-ups, and I also do belting warm-ups because I belt so much. Like
Yeah.
the set is just belting.
Yeah, it's stunning though, and the way that you capture it with the sound that you do and the style of belting as well. I think it really has resonated with a lot of people, especially not just from people that can be represented and they can feel like they belong in this space of metal and rock, but I think that you capture it in with the vocals that you do. It's just highlighted gorgeously. Again, I bet you get a lot of like the female fronted metal, but it is male backed. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it is because you just deliver such an amazing sound. How have you kind of felt that you've transformed over the years of you being with Lowen? How has this journey been for you?
That's a good question. I'm kind of still on the journey. I haven't really had a minute to really stop and look behind me or see what's around me yet. Like it's been full throttle for a few years, and it just seems to be getting a little bit crazier every week.
Yeah, it seems like it, especially from an outside perspective. It really does. You've got so much to look forward to as well. I'd love to kind of see, are there any sort of new music teasers? Have you got any sort of little writing? How's the process been going for you?
It's going well. I don't know how much I can say.
Okay, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Don't you worry,
I'm
it's
gonna be
okay.
doing more weird stuff. It's the best I can say. I'm
Nice.
going to be
That's-
doing more extreme things. I'm going to some weird places to do some writing, and I'll be dangling off some unusual objects and things like that. Yeah.
Oh, amazing. I think for you personally, I'd love to know an inspiration or an influence for you. So it could have been years ago when you first started out. It could be a band, an artist, a figure, someone that's really inspired you in your music.
I think Ithaca have really inspired me. So Jamila, the vocalist of Ithaca, I saw her play in the Unicorn in Camden before it closed down many, many years ago with Shem,
Oh my
our guitarist. I think we just started the band. And I was just so blown away by her energy, like how funny she was, how she was just herself, and she was just having a really good time. I'm not very good at doing that myself, but I was really inspired by her. I was like, you know what, there's room for everyone, and like you can just do what you want, and it's amazing.
Absolutely, and you really are trailblazing for a lot of other people, and so it's really important to see. I see comments all the time about your music has inspired me. This YouTube comments, whether it's social media, Instagram, Facebook. I'm seeing how committed the fan base is as well, and it's nice to see that this movement is gonna. I feel like you're really gonna progress so much with this movement, and you've done so much already. And one final question that I'd love to ask you, that I'm asking all the bands as well, because I find it quite fascinating. Say there's a lot of songs that you guys have done. There's so much that you guys have done. If there was a fan, say you've just done a live performance, someone came up to you and said, that set was great. Never seen you before. Oh, how do I get into Lowen? What's the track that you'd say this is an introduction to Lowen?
Goodness
And
me.
that we should start off with?
Probably the last track of the new album,
Okay.
for the Embrace of Fire,
Interesting.
which is
Okay.
our weirdest track.
That's not what I expect. Okay, I love
know.
that.
But it's the most, for me, it's the most Lowen song that there is. It's got like all the different vocal styles that I do, and it's got lots of like very intense, weird rhythms. It's kind of like how we mean to go on. There's lots of like insane timing signatures and instrumentation. It was a lot of fun to write, and it's my favorite song, so I guess I'm being selfish and recommending it.
Oh, awesome. No, it's not selfish at all. That's really interesting. Again, I'd like to say thank you so much for your time. And I think that there's so much more to come. And I really appreciate how much you're doing for the scene, the community, everyone who's listened to you, who has yet to listen to you. So now you know which one to listen to, okay? If you haven't already, come on, you got to get on it. You got to get on
It's
Lowen.
a bit of
Come on.
an intense
Like-
one to start with, but
Yeah, weird in the best way. It's what we need. And thank you so much for your time. And it's been a pleasure talking to you.
thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate
No
it.
problem at all.